LVMH is next.
LVMH stands for Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton.
Well done. You see, at least you can pronounce it properly.
Yes, they
Moet,
used to be a key sponsor, Moet. Moet Chandon. It's a luxury goods company, of course. It's one of the largest divisions, or one of its largest divisions rather, produces champagnes and brandies. Market cap here of 109.7 billion euros, PE of 24.9 and a dividend yield of 1.9%. What can you say about LVMH?
Nice looking share chart.
That is a good looking share chart. Could be a little bit of an opportunity if you want to, I mean, coming down from that 240 level, just languishing below 220 at the moment. Joseph?
No, certainly. I think, there's that little cliff that has gone there, but it might give an opportunity to do. So on the momentum, I think it looks attractive. Certainly, I think they have to start also growing outside China. In terms of their business, and to see where the growth is going to be coming from. They had decent headline earnings on their last report, which I think still possibly might be supportive of that momentum.
Well, can you argue with this?
Let's go into the detail here, because the liquor business, remember, is all of the champagnes, not just this one. They also own Dom Perignon.
They've got Veuve as well.
They own Krug. So they're pretty strong, and they did that by buying up all of these different family-owned businesses in the Champagne region in France. Remember, they're the only people that are allowed to call this stuff champagne.
Yes.
Everyone else just makes sparkling wine. Now, only 13% of group revenue comes from the liquor business, but it generates basically just under 25% of the profits.
You said 13, 1-3.
1-3. So it's interesting because the other parts of the business I think we're familiar with are the fashion and leather goods. That's the Louis Vuitton suitcases and handbags and so on. That is 34% of revenue and 55% of profits. So interestingly, that is a very, very high margin business, the handbags operation.
And the biggest geography that's pertinent to this
it's
LVMH
global.
story?
Look, the global thing, the wines and spirits are all over the show. The perfumes I could go into, the watches, that's Bulgarian, Hublot and so on. The big revenue, low turnover business in this thing is a retail operation. Sephora, remember the
makeup
makeups, and then also Bon Marche, which is more like a kind of a luxury goods department store, I think. Anyway, bringing it back to the wine and spirits, that is a very significant and important part of the business, and we've only talked about that. There's also the Hennessy cognacs. Oh my goodness, they sell a lot of that in China. That is a very popular drink out there.
So we know Heineken, from Paul's perspective. Where do you stand in terms of your
Well, I mean, one of their names on there is Moet, really,
yeah, do you like
you can
Moet?
see that. Certainly, I think that looks good, and also it's part of the name. But I think one of the things Paul is touching on is really this diversity in terms of what they're offering. Apart from the spirits and the wines and the beers, they also do obviously the luxury goods, which makes them basically, in terms of stability for their income and hedge, more attractive.
I was asking what your favorite tipple was. So what do you enjoy to drink?
I'll go for that.
You will go for this. You're with me. So we are going to fight over this at the end of it.
Certainly.
All right. So coming back to the valuation.
I think it's good. Look, this company really surprised. Let's put that share chart up again. In the middle of 2016, it suddenly demonstrated very, very strong earnings growth, firing on all cylinders, particularly the liquor business doing really strongly. So I don't know. I don't think you can fault them. I like it.
You're going to go hot.
I think some of the terrorism concerns in Paris and so on are starting to ebb away. So you'll see lots of that, luxury goods purchases through those fantastic boutique stores that Louis Vuitton has on some of those high streets.
Hot.
Hot for me.
I'll go hot.
You're also going hot.